Alright, algebra to grow back. We're in the middle of day 2 of simplifying exponential expressions. And so right now we're on the bottom of page 23 in our packets, and let's continue. We'll just do a couple more exercises here, and then we'll talk about zero exponents. We're almost done, but just rambled on a little too much, I guess. Alright, so do a couple more examples. So don't forget that when you're dividing numbers, you're just dividing numbers. 2 goes into 2 one time, 2 goes into 10 5 times. Alright, so what do we do with this b to negative 4 and negative 5? So if we subtract top to bottom, it would be negative 4 minus a negative 5. These cancel out, and I get a 5 minus 4, which is 1. So 1b up top. If you do the little trick I was talking about over here, and think about how far apart on the number line are negative 4 and 5. Well, negative 4 and negative 5, it better be 1 apart on the number line, right? So if I subtract them, I'm going to get 1. Which of these is bigger? Is negative 4 bigger, or is negative 5 bigger? And when I mean bigger, I mean just greater, larger. And I know negative 5 has a larger absolute value, but negative 4 is the bigger number of the two. So, since it's bigger, the exponent belongs on the top when you subtract them. Now, if you do it this way, here, negative 4 minus a negative 5, it becomes plus 5, gives me a positive 1. Top minus bottom, you leave your answer in the top. Alright, let's try this again. So what you really want to do is figure out, is there any reason that these parentheses are here at all? And there really isn't. Okay, next question. Is there anything to do with this 3? No, there isn't. So we're just going to write it down. Now, we've got 1x on the top, and we've got a negative 1x on the bottom. Do they cancel? No. It's 1 minus a negative 1, or 1 plus 1, which is 2. Or you think, here's 0, here's 1, here's negative 1. How far apart are these? Well, they sure look like 2 apart, right? So there are 2 x's. Where they belong? Up top, because 1 is bigger than negative 1. Alright, let's talk about our b's. What's the difference between 1 and 2? Well, 1, which one's bigger? 2 or 1, so there would be 1b on the bottom. Now if you go the other direction, if you're going to subtract these, 1 minus 2 would be negative 1. So if you're going to go in this version, you're going to have to put b to the negative 1 up top first. But the problem is, you can't leave it like that. So I'm going to write it this way. I'm going to do the top minus bottom version, and then we'll see what happens. And then u to the negative 4 and u to the 7. So negative 4 minus 7 would be negative 11. So this would be u to the negative 11. But our rule is our answers cannot have negative exponents in them. We have 2 negative exponents. So what happens here? These 2 negative exponents have to go in the bottom. U to the first, u to the positive 11. Now, if I use my other version of this and subtract them, how far apart are negative 4 and positive 7? Now remember, negative 4 is on the left of the number line, 7 is on the right of the number line. They're going to add up, they're going to be bigger. You're not going to subtract them, it's not going to get smaller, it's going to get larger. So there's 11 between them. Where does it belong? Which one's bigger? 7 or negative 4? It's definitely 7, so that means those 11 u's go on the bottom. Alright, let's see, what do we still have here? Almost done all of this. I know it's 3 sections of videos, quite a bit. Okay, so this one asks you to take out your calculator and start tossing in these powers. You feel free to do that if you'd like to. I really want to think about this version right here. What is x to the 4th divided by x to the 4th? Well, what's 4 divided by 4? Just straight up. 4 divided by 4 is 1, right? So anything divided by itself is 1. So x to the 4th divided by x to the 4th would better equal 1, right? Dividing something by itself. What does the rule of exponent mean? It means I'm going to subtract these, right? It's x to the 4 minus 4. But what does that mean? That's x to the 0. So anything to the 0 power is 1. And this is, after you see this, that's when you probably want to take out your calculator and see, oh, is that 1? Is that 1? Is that 1? Don't try 0. That'll give you a little error because it's saying you have no zeros, which is kind of strange. Okay, so any value, and again, once you've tried that, this any is a little bit, yeah. Raised to the 0 power is 1, so don't worry about that. that's me being the calculus teacher here as well. So what I want you to think about is just anything raised to the power of 0 is 1. So, zero power rule, x to 0 is 1, which makes our whole life a lot easier, because all of this is raised to the 0 power, that's a 1. Now, you still have other work to do, because we can't leave this negative here, it needs to jump up to the top, so this becomes w over 4y squared. But it can make some problems a whole lot easier. This whole thing's raised to the 0 power. So don't forget, you still have all your rules of exponents that you need to know from before, but I can cancel out huge chunks of this. It means there's nothing of this thing. And, well, that is it. Now, I'm going to show you another little example that I like to toss in here, and I don't know, it might be in homework, but you'll see problems like this. Let's just put something here, like 8 x to the 5th, y to the negative 3rd, z to the 2nd, over 16 x to the 4th, y to the negative 2nd, z to the 3rd. And you're like, oh, I got all this work to do. And sometimes I can put this in review games, and students will like spend 2-3 minutes, and then someone will finally notice this because I've been busy simplifying all these things. And this whole problem just equals 1 if you're paying attention. So. Alright, real short video, but I just couldn't squeeze it in with the last one, so there it is. Rules of exponents, let's run them through one more time here. Anytime you have an exponent times another exponent, you add. Anytime it's an exponent to an exponent, you multiply. Anytime it's an exponent divided by an exponent, you subtract. Anytime you have a negative exponent, you flip and put things, if it's in the top, it's over 1, it goes to the bottom. If it's in the bottom, it goes up to the top. And anything raised to the 0 power will always be 1. So those are our basic rules of exponents, and they may be new for some of you guys, and new rules kind of suck until you really get them. So take your time, practice them, and know them.